Now let me tell you a story about Charles Oliveira. Last year, we went to his home. Everybody on the team were like starstruck. This is Charles Oliveira, one of the biggest stars in the sport. We're obviously nervous. We knock on his door, and here is Charles Oliveira welcoming us into his home, giving us all a hug. Dude, the biggest smile on his face. He's never met us before. And as we enter, he had lunch prepared for us. His wife had cooked us all a meal. We weren't expecting that. We thought it was just gonna be a shoot. We get our media and our merch photo shoot done and we leave. But he welcomes us like family. And that's the first time we met him. Now, a year later, we went to his farm and this was beautiful. We are driving over to their farm. That was ridiculous driving to the farm. We thought we popped the tire because of the rocks. The road was only one way, so that means cars coming from this way. We didn't even know what to do. Our driver, Pedro, just starts backing up. But before we enter that beautiful farm, we didn't even know if we're going the correct way. Here comes Charles Oliveira on his horse. And we're like, yeah. And again, we're just expecting to do like a tour of his farm and dip out. But his dad comes out smiling, his mom comes out smiling, then we enter the house. Boom, Charles' mom was cooking up a meal for us. We had a beautiful meal with him, his family, his team. Charles gives us a tour of his farm, treated us all like family. Not a single person felt like excluded. After we ate, he took us back to the farm and he comes out with the buggy. And it's a two-seater, by the way. And what we were gonna do is just Charles and our cameraman. He gets me, my cameraman, Josh, and Pedro. You have Josh on the dashboard, me and Pedro in the back. But anyways, he took us all the way to the top of the hill and it's so beautiful. It was such a beautiful moment because we sat down and we just talked for an hour. He was just telling us his stories about how he had battled so many demons after the Ilia Topuria loss. He wanted to retire and how his wife kind of pulled him back. And now he's on a 2-fight winning streak, bro. And then he mentioned how he appreciated Full Violence so much because of how we stuck with him through the losses. The fans don't get to see that because they only get to see Charles on TV and at the pressers and the weigh-ins. People don't really know how much of a good person Charles is. He shows it as much as he can on the internet. And even if we didn't film that video, he would have given us that same exact energy. He told us, if you guys don't have a place to stay, we can literally stay at that farm. That in itself means so much. All we can talk about is how amazing that moment was on the top of that farm. So Charles, this is a personal message to you. Thank you so much for just being yourself and treating us the way you do, because it's beautiful and not a lot of athletes give this type of appreciation, love, and support and all the stuff that you do to just a sponsor of yours. And he even said himself that he treats all the people that he works with like family, and he's very selective with who he works with. I'm glad me and the Full Violence team are able to be a part of that. So thank you again.